Yo! Video games.
What up, dudes? Matt here from YoVideogames. I've been gone for nearly a week at the greatest convention in the world known as Dragon Con, and it's good to get back to the best coast and see what I've been missing. So, what happened while I was away?
There are a few ways to play together, including up to 4-player download play, as well as local multiplayer, a first for the series on handheld.
Oh.
In addition to single player and a local 6-player multiplayer mode, the game offers download play as well.
Oh.
So instead of uploading courses online, courses you make will be shareable via local wireless.
Well, before the onslaught of PS4K information happens, which will have already been shown by the time you see this video, I guess I better talk about the Nintendo Direct last week and what it seems to indicate beyond the mountain of poorly acted PR bullshit. First off, let's address the fact that it was a 3DS-only Direct in September. I know I, and many others have said in the past that the Wii U is dead, but how much more obvious can it get to those of you who would argue otherwise? I also find it odd that the Japanese Direct got Paper Mario Color Splash footage and the US one did not. Color Splash is, by most accounts, the last first-party Wii U game being released, besides, of course, the multi-platform Zelda. It comes out in just a month, and yet it's never had a real good proper showing. It would be at least nice for Nintendo to put some spotlight on what is more or less most people's last Wii U game purchase at retail stores. But then again, this all might have something to do with the Federation Force, which completely bombed in both Japan and UK, and with Color Splash being a spiritual sequel to Sticker Star, they may just want to avoid talking about it altogether. So to briefly go over what was covered, let's run it down. More Pokemon info since it's their big holiday title. Nothing crazy or weird about that. Super Mario Maker for 3DS, Mario Party Star Rush, who cares? Amiibo support being added to Animal Crossing New Leaf, Mii Plaza updates, thank Christ. Tank Troopers out of left field, Picross 3D Round 2, new Zelda Amiibos, more Hyrule Warriors Legends DLC, and a whole lot of third-party games announced that long ago, and most of them have already been released in Japan. Next year we'll also see the release of Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly Butthole, and finally some new and interesting footage on Ever Oasis and Mario Sports Superstars, most likely by Camelot, and last but not least, a new Pikmin title that looks a hell of a lot like Lemmings. Of those titles, the only ones with online gameplay was Pokemon and Mario Sports. Super Mario Maker, Mario Party, and Tank Troopers do not have online play and instead focus on local multiplayer. I keep saying it, and Nintendo just loves to keep proving me right. And that is that Nintendo focuses on the Japanese market only and assumes that the rest of the world will follow suit. Hey, it worked for them all through the 80s and most of the 90s, so why should anything fucking change? Businesses never change. No matter how much the goons on camera try to sugarcoat it, the fact of the matter is that America is a much larger country and many millions of people less play their 3DS on public transportation. How this continues to elude them is fucking confusing as hell. Pokemon and Mario Sports get the online play, but fucking Tank Troopers, a third-person multiplayer-focused shooter, doesn't? Granted, both Pokemon and Mario Sports are not internally developed titles, but only further serves to show just how hilariously out of touch the company is with the rest of the world. Also, let's look at the fact that two of the bigger announcements are 3DS ports of last year's Wii U games. Now, on one hand, I get the fact that these are fun games that don't have the sales they probably deserve, and putting them on the much more successful 3DS only seems to further prove my point that even Nintendo feels the Wii U is dead. Also, we need to come together with all the facts and announcements and nearly confirmed rumors about the NX and face it. Nintendo is a portable/mobile company only now. They have all but raised the white flag on console gaming, and the ultimate proof will be the NX unveiling. Sure, the NX will have a docking station, but let's look at this logically. The system is primarily going to be a portable device, and why make another portable when the 3DS is doing reasonably well and it's your home console that needs saving? Because Japan. The market in Japan has been dominated by portables these last 2 generations, and having such a huge failure of a home console worldwide has probably convinced Nintendo that it's simply not worth the trouble anymore. With the moderate success of Miitomo and the phenomenon of Pokemon Go, coupled with the Japanese market having long ago shifted to on-the-go gaming, Nintendo is simply going where the market trends of their native land are pointing. Now, I'm not going to say this is all a negative. After all, the NX will be an extremely powerful portable device that will likely upscale to 1080p at home. But the truth to me seems self-evident. Also, there seems to be a real lack of focus in its major franchise titles as of late. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, Metroid Federation Force, Super Mario Maker 3DS, Pikmin Lemmings? What the hell is going on in Nintendo where everything has become spin-off land? Where's the follow-up to Mario Galaxy? Where's a real Metroid? Where's F-Zero? Where's Pikmin 4? Where's an actual new Animal Crossing? My hope is that a lot of the bigger stuff is being saved for the NX and its reveal, because as of right now, it's a pretty barren wasteland for Nintendo-developed titles, at least internally developed titles. That isn't to say that there aren't good titles coming, it's just that it never felt more like Nintendo's direction and leadership is just lost, and their answer is to just appeal hard to the Japanese audience on public transit, rather than be a global competitor. And if Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing boom like Pokemon Go did on mobile, or even close to it, they may not have to compete in the game industry at all. So with all that being said, the NX has a lot to show, a lot to make up for, a lot of faith to reinstill in a lot of Nintendo fans, because I'm going to assume that it's not just me this time who's being a little wary and kind of like squinting my eyes a bit at the company right now, where most of their big titles are ports, very, very late translations, or really just odd spin-offs that fucking nobody asked for. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the channel. Later, dudes!